Hello everyone. Today I'm going to show you how to make cornbread dressing. With that being said, if you're interested, watch and learn a little something. In this bowl I have my cornbread mix as well as my flour. I have about 7 cups of cornmeal and 6 cups of flour in this bowl right here. And now I'm about to put in 1/3 of a cup of sugar. I'm going to put my baking powder. This is 1/2 cup of baking powder. Then I'm going to give it a quick mix so I can kind of mix it up. Okay. Now that I have the dry ingredients all mixed up, now as those of you may know, there's no salt, because then again I don't use any salt. So with that being said, let's move on to the wet ingredients. So I'm going to use olive oil. The recipe requires you to use vegetable oil or shortening, or hey, I've used lots of butter also, but in this day and age I'm going to use olive oil. And in the olive oil, this is 1/2 cup. Then we have 6 eggs here, which the recipe requires for, you can use 7, but I'm using 6. And in this bowl I have 4 cups of milk. Now this is a pretty rich recipe, and it's definitely not for the health, the people that's on a health kick. But once a year I'll pig out. Well, maybe twice, because Christmas. Now this recipe is so thick you might have to add more wet ingredients such as milk or water. But just mix it up. Now I can't say this smells delicious, because it certainly do not. I'll be right back. Okay guys, so now I grabbed some more milk, because this is a heck of thick. A thick mixture with thick flour. And I don't want it thick. I want it a little thin. So I hope you guys are enjoying your Thanksgiving, because I'm certainly am. And I'm certainly going to enjoy the meal. But those of you who cook, you've probably been up all night cooking, such as myself. And that's kind of the way it goes when you have a big family. Makes your arm tired. So that was actually 2 more cups. So total of 6 cups of milk. And seems to be doing just fine. Look at that. So what I'll do is I'll get this mixed up very well, and I'll be right back. Okay. So in here now, guys, I just had to swap out I had the rubber spatula thing, and now I have me a spoon so I can stir it up. And I had to get my pan ready and greased. Make sure you remember to grease your pan because you don't want the bread to stick to the pan. So you mix it. It's a lot of mixing because it's so, like everything is doubled. And this is good. I think it's very good. Good texture. See that? That's how you want it. Alrighty, so let me pour. Now you just pour it in the pan. This is a large pan. Very large. But it makes plenty of dressing. Good size for my family, so it's perfect. Sorry about the noise, guys. But as you can see, that's a large pan, see? But beautiful. I always gotta come this direction and get me my towel, because I like to wipe things as I go, because I don't want it to get all stuck on things and get stuff contaminated. So I keep me a soapy rag around because I like stuff to stay clean. Okay, so as you can see, it's ready to stick in the oven, and when it's done, I'll be back. Going in the oven, guys, at 350 degrees, and we're going to cook it until it's golden brown, and I'll be back. Okay, so now, guys, I took it out of the oven, and it was in the oven for about 40 minutes, and I took it out early so that it won't cook all the way. If you can see, this is the texture you need it to be. I kind of tore it up so you can see the inside. See, it's not all the way cooked. See, it's still kind of gooey. And just a little bit. See that? Well, that's the texture you want. So when I go to chop this all up for my dressing, and then that's when I'm going to mix all my veggies in it, and it can finish cooking at that point in the oven when I stick it back in the oven. So until then, when I'm ready, I'll just get back with you. Okay, so now, guys, what I have done is I kind of diced up the cornbread in little pieces here, and then I seasoned it, and now I'm putting foil over it so nothing will get on it. And then I went ahead and took the stock from my meat, which is, turkey or whatever you're going to use, and I stuck it in here right along with my veggies. And that's my celery, bell pepper, onions, green onions, and things of that nature. And then I put a little seasoning in this too, and which is really consists of black pepper, little garlic powder and onion powder, things of that nature. Mrs. Dash, just a little bit, not too much, because you don't want it too seasoned. And then I'm gonna put a little sage in my dressing. And when it gets to the point where we're ready to add this to my mixture, I will be back with you in a sec. So now, guys, I'm at the point where I want to add my vegetables that are cooked in here, in my pan here, and I'm going to just transfer this bread over slowly, just do a little at a time. I put it in this one because this is deeper. This pan is deeper versus the other one. You just put it in here slowly. but surely it'll eventually get all in there. It's wonderful. I'm going to add some more. I've already pre-chopped and everything. And although the bread is not done all the way, because you don't want it to be done. And this is just a very good dressing, but not really great for you with all the things. But I try to leave certain things out so it won't be too bad. But it's kind of hard to get past it because it's still carb. Well, I guess when I get it all mixed up, I'll come back and show you that in a second. So, now, see here, runny, quite runny. And I'm going to stick this in the oven, and I'm going to bake it like I would if I was baking, you know, bread or any other thing. But that's what that looks like. Now I can top it off with some black pepper on top and a little sage, and just to make it look presentable. But there you have it. That's how you make the dressing, cornbread dressing. If you like to try this, write the recipe down and try it yourself. It's delish. Alright. So that's the finished product. That's what it should look like when you're done. It's very good. And you have a good day. And I'll talk with you later.